welcome back to the channel. So it seems pretty much nothing is going to plan this year, but this time in a good way. You see, while picking up my Triumph Trident from its first service, I noticed that someone backed out of a sold out Street Triple Moto2 edition. And while the Street Triple was always on my radar ever since Tom Cruise rode one in the Mission Impossible movies, the timing never seemed to be right, or in case of the current model, I did not like the dash after seeing it in the unveil videos. Of course, I got hooked on the amazing triple engine with my Trident and kept glancing at the Street Triple. To make a long story short, once I saw the Moto2 edition in the showroom, it was all over. And yes, I have to admit I'm becoming a bit of an addict when it comes to motorcycles. Most special edition bikes come with a fancy paint scheme and an extra or two thrown in for good measure. And yes, you get all this with the Moto2 as well, but then there is the absolute stunning looking handlebar stem, real carbon fiber all over the bike, along with top of the line Öhlins suspension, Brembo dilemmas, a unique exhaust and super sticky rubber. Although I did already find out the hard way that they are no good in the rain. And did I mention mine happens to be number 333 out of 765 worldwide. What sets the Moto2 farther apart from the R and RS model is an increased seat height with a shorter wheelbase, along with clip-ons that are 18mm lower and 50mm more forward for a much more engaging riding position. The suspension is fully adjustable front and back. 5 riding modes are available that work in conjunction with cornering ABS and traction control. 130 horsepower are on tap, quite an upgrade from the 84 that the Trident has to offer, and the Trident does not feel slow in the first place. While I thought initially of the Trident as my Aprilia RS660 replacement, the Moto2 is more in line and much more comparable to it. When it comes to value, it beats the Aprilia RS660 Extrema edition hands down, and not just in pure horsepower, but more on that in one of my future videos. But enough of the specs, let's ride and see how the Moto2 does when the road starts to bend. And yes, at my skill level, I am nowhere close to tap into the full potential of the Moto2, but that does not keep me from enjoying it to its fullest. So one of the downsides of the exhaust is that it is rather on the quiet side, and you're probably not going to hear much of it. It's definitely not as rowdy as the one, the SC Project on the Triple, but because this is a special edition bike, I am going to keep it as it is for now. I'm not changing that. So I'll probably have to get a little bit more creative on farther content to capture the sound a little bit better, but for now, unfortunately, you are not gonna hear too much. Like the looks of this. Of course, one of my favorite roads, and they just resurfaced it in loose gravel, and yeah, there goes the fun.
Yeah, I see loose gravel here and dirt and sand all over the place. Well, there goes this idea. Gotta love construction. So, well, I guess this gives me the opportunity here to drive a little bit slower and we'll quick talk about it. So, first impressions. I am pretty impressed actually with it. I really bought the bike mostly because of its rarity and very cool serial number of 333. But and my biggest concern was really the clip-on bars, and I researched it a little bit beforehand, and I know I can lower the rear if I have to, and I can also lower the seat if I have to, but it's actually not needed. It feels quite natural. Like I said earlier in my video, it feels very engaging. And I'm quite happy. Compared to the R660, it is much more comfortable actually. And I don't have any problems with my neck to have to keep it up all the time. And also my arms don't feel tired at all. So once again, I'll probably wouldn't want to take it on a cross-country ride. But for an hour or 2 hours, I don't see any problems at all. Feels quite good. Alright, well, this is not going nearly as well as I hoped it would be. Nobody behind me. Yeah, there's just too much shit on the road here. Dirt, gravel, sand. Not really where I want to start. Super rowdy. So on top of my head, if I would pick the biggest difference to the Triumph right now, it is, besides obviously the engine horsepower, the way how easy this one leans over and kinda makes you feel you can ride beyond your skill level. It just feels really good. I feel like I can take corners way faster than with the Trident. The Trident kinda makes me work for it a little bit, but this one here, man, I don't know if it's a combination of the suspension and the sticky rubber that's on here, but it just feels really good. And just bend over and just start accelerating. And it just feels really good. And I think power-wise, it's a great compromise between the Trident and the H2. And there's some shit in the road here. Oh, it feels really good. Woof, woof, woof. Yeah, I'm just not sure about this word surface here, unfortunately.